What's up, guys? Welcome back to today's brand new video where I am going to be giving my final thoughts on Impulse, which the gameplay you're seeing here is footage from my stream. So if you want to go see them, socials are right down below. But I'm just going to be covering my thoughts on the game since the demo just got done with, and you know, I actually really enjoyed this game. So sit back, relax, grab some popcorn, chips, whatever you snack on, and let me yap for about 10 minutes or more. There's a lot I have to share. First off, the main things I want to go over is obviously the things I like, don't like, things I want to see change and all that. This basically is the video that it's all about, you know. So if any 1047 game devs are seeing this, first off, hi, glad to see you here. But anyway, things I like about this game, everything. This was probably some of the most fun I've had playing like a FPS game since I went back to Apex Legends, and that was what, about a month ago. It was so fun just to go back to that and give it a try, and then play it. And then playing this, for it only being a demo only for PC, it was so fun to play and grind. And I know on Wednesday, when it drops across all platforms, I will be playing this game a lot and making a lot of vids, so stay tuned for those, because there will be a lot. Like heck, there's some footage that I didn't even share because I didn't want to overpost it, because I wanted to save some for you guys, you know, because I wanted to post more. The maps I will start off with. I love the way they feel. The one map that's being shown now, it's like this construction site or whatever. There's like 2 of them that are like that. Each map is it's not flat like current FPS games. It's not just almost a flat. There's verticality to them. Like I can wall run up a building, grapple anywhere, and it's so good, and it just feels so fun. The movement itself as well is another point I want to talk about. The grappling, you know, like just now, it feels so dang smooth. And then paired up with the wall running too, it goes hand in hand, and it just feels, again, so smooth, and that's what I like. And then the sliding and then gaining momentum base, it's probably the most fun in a movement game and the best movement I've played in a very long time. So I'm glad to see 1047 and Impulse here kind of take charge on that, because not a lot of games have a lot of, you know, they always feel grounded, they always feel like slowed down, and this game actually has some like speed to it, which is amazing. Speaking about speed, the paint is just what makes this game so different, and I like it that way. You know, the paint, there's the speed paint, and it doesn't only affect you, it affects your teammates as well. So it's almost like that team aspect, especially in game or like modes like ranked, where, okay, you want to put your guy on a point faster, chuck down some paint, and they'll be on point, you know, or they'll get on point, be able to run gun and all that. And the mechanics overall, you know, and then with the mech hammer as well, just being able to just smack people with that while pairing it with the grapple hook, it's so fun. But again, that's just me. If there's anything you want to point out, comment it down below. I will look at them to see like what are your thoughts on this game, because for a demo, this feels great. You know, it genuinely feels so fun, and I can't wait to get my hands on it. The gunplay is it's something, you know. It feels a lot like Splitgate, which again, these are the devs that made Splitgate. I personally would like to see where they go with an actual like aim down sights, where, you know, it's not just like that precision based aim. You can actually like aim down sight and see through those sights. I like to see if they would do it and how, or like what that would be like. I feel like it would be cool. But the way this game aims right now is honestly not too bad. You know, the precision aim, if you have to aim down sight, or the hip fire like aim, because you are moving pretty fast, and there are some points where you won't have time to aim down sight. Just being able to do that and all that. But then also being said, with this style of aim, it gives you not really an incentive to like actual aim in, because you're not aiming down sight. So again, I would like to see some like real aim down sights, but that's just me. And then with like the different scopes, could have like a reflex sight, or a one time scope, a hollow sight, and then maybe some sort of zoom scope. I don't know, but that's just me. Other than that, the guns just feel great. The time to kill is honestly pretty nice, you know, compared to like Splitgate, where it's a little more slower. I like where this time to kill is. You don't get killed super quick, but you don't die. It doesn't take like so many shots to kill. It's a nice middle ground. I know people feel different about it in different ways, but to me, the time to kill feels fine. And then the overall, just how the game looks. The game looks visually very nice. You know, the colors and just how everything blends together and pops out. It really makes you immersed in it, and it just feels nice. But that's just me, you know. And to me, I'm one of those guys where if a game looks good, I'm gonna play it more and more. So, and I also can't wait to see some of the camos and skins that they get to add, which that was another point I'd like to touch base on. And why don't I just do that now? With it being a early access build that will be dropping in a couple days, being able to just earn everything instead of spending money on stuff really makes you want to keep playing, keep grinding, you know, for different skins, different, whether it's for your guns, you know, for your player itself, you know, maybe paint skins or mech skins, you know, different things that can like give visual effects to the game. It's like, hey, I earned this, you know, I play this game and I have something to show for it. It just feels great to actually earn stuff, and we didn't get to see much, but there definitely will be more, and I can't wait to see what they can cook up with, you know. Some other points I'd like to touch base on is the weapons. Once again, I said they felt good, they look good, but there's also some creative touches into those weapons. They all feel different, like the compressor versus the modular ARs. You know, you have that AK style gun versus like that M4 style gun, and it feels different in their own right. And then like the SMGs, you have the fast shooting SMG being the Coda, but then you have a SMG that shoots mini explosives. And then for, you know, the ARs, you have the compressor, you have the modular, but then you have the Volter, or whatever that one's called, which shoots homing projectiles. To me, stuff like that is what makes the game good, and it's what makes it creative and all that. And I like to see that stuff because it doesn't feel the same, and I hope they add more weapons like that. Maybe we'll see some snipers, maybe we'll see, you know, different kinds of like ARs, SMGs, to where they don't always feel the same, and they have different like feels as a whole, because then that would make gunplay and picking a gun feel more different, but that's just me. Let me know again what you guys think. Things I didn't quite like to see in the demo, because there was some, and again, it was a demo build. It's not the full game that they're going to drop. Neither will this game that they're dropping in a couple days. It's an early access build. Some of the things I like to see is, again, actual aim down sights, because again, to me, that would help so much, and it would be a nice change, because it would differentiate itself from Splitgate, which it's kind of what this game felt like. It felt like Splitgate, but you take the portals out and then you add a grapple hook. It feels that. I don't mind it personally, but to some folks, it's not what people want. They want it to feel different. They want it to play different. And stuff like that. I like to see more, again, just creative ways that they can go with this game. Like when it comes to like the different kinds of weapons, the different kinds of, like, maybe they customize the mechs, so where it's not just Gatling gun and one rocket. Maybe they do something else, or they add like different things to each mech to differentiate the mechs, or just add more, versatility, because this is supposed to be like a Titanfall game. Maybe if there was like different types of mechs, like how in there was like the Scorch with a flamethrower and all that. Maybe they have those different kinds of ones where different mechs perform differently, but of course one isn't better than the other one, because then that would kind of maybe not be so fun, and all that. The mech weapon, or in this case the finale hammer, I want there to maybe see like a long range anti-mech weapon, like a railgun that only locks onto mechs and not players, and it has like limited charges that you can use, or it does less damage but you get to hit them from a range. I don't know, I feel like that would be cool. But again, that's just me. Some things I also like from this game, because there are a lot of things I do like. I already pointed out the things I didn't like as much, but some more things I like is the lore. They said they wanted to touch base into like some story or some like background, because Splitgate 1 had some, then in Arena Reloaded it had some a bit, but then kind of lost it. And then with Impulse, you can actually see like, okay, why is this the route this game is taking? Why is this the theme? Oh, we see it. And it would be cool to see them do more. I know some people have said maybe a story mode, but I feel like that would be, I don't know, not needed per se, but that's just me. Overall, I just want to see this game succeed. I loved this game. The demo, like I said, was some of the most fun I've had playing FPS games, period, in recent years. I came from playing COD like it was my 9-to-5 job, and I quit that because it didn't feel as fun. But then when I went to Splitgate, it brought me back. And then when that game kind of like died down a bit, it didn't feel inviting to play it. So I was just kind of like scavenging around for games. But then Impulse dropped its demo, and it brought that life back, at least to me. It gave me, I didn't have to sit down and doom scroll on my phone, then be like, okay, let's play. I can be like, okay, I'm playing this. And it would insta lock on it. Overall though, it was a demo of this game. My thoughts on this were pretty good, not going to lie. It was fun. I know a lot of people had fun, a lot of like fellow creators such as me. And then there are some folks that don't like this game because it's either made by the Splitgate devs or sometimes they can't keep up, but that's just me. Overall, I can't wait for this game to drop. Again, I will be live playing it over on my Twitch. So again, if you haven't already, check out my socials down there. I will post YouTube shorts, TikToks as well of this game, because this game is going to be fun, at least to me, and I can't wait to see it grow, succeed, hopefully, and do great things. But that's pretty much me being done with my yap session. I probably said more than I need to have said. But again, these are just my thoughts on the game Empulse, which again drops June 24th on Steam, PS5, and Xbox Series S and X. I'll be live playing it. If you ever see me in game, feel free to say hi. You know, I'll be down. You know, I plan to try and do some like events in here, whether it's like viewer customs or subscriber customs in different like tournaments as well. But we'll see. So drop a like, sub, and thank you to listening to me yap for about 15 minutes or so. So I'll see you in the next Empulse vid. Peace out, y'all.